What is just happening here? There's like good music on Eurovision. Kia ora and welcome back. My name's Zoe Stevie, your vocal coach for today. Today I'm going to be looking at Eurovision winners, Måneskin, and they are performing Zitti e Buoni. I apologize in advance to all the Italians out there and Italian speakers. I did my best. Zitti e Buoni, I hope. Thank you so much for being here today. I know it's been a hot minute since I last released a video. I've been very unwell for the last 2 weeks. Me and the couch and the TV, we're like this now. I have been dying to listen to this song. I haven't heard it ever. Without further ado, the highly anticipated Eurovision Song Contest winners. Let's get to the video.
Loro non sanno di che parlo, vestiti sporchi fra di fango, giallo di siga fra le dita, io con la siga camminando. Scusami ma ci credo tanto, che posso fare questo salto, e anche se la strada è in salita, per quest'ora mi sto allenando. E buonasera signore e signori, fuori gli attori, vi conviene non fare più errori, vi conviene stare zitti e buoni, qui la gente è strana tipo spacciatori, troppe notti stavo chiuso fuori, non li prendo a calci sti portoni, sguardo in alto tipo scalatori, quindi scusa mamma se sto sempre fuori, ma
What is just happening here? There's like good music on Eurovision. Honestly, a lot of the time the music is pretty shit. I'm a bit overwhelmed, actually. Totally wasn't expecting this. Let's just keep watching because this is too much fun. Let's just go back a bit.
Guardo in alto tipo scalatori, quindi scusa mamma se sto sempre fuori, ma sono fuori di testa, ma diverso da loro, e tu sei fuori di testa, ma diversa da loro, siamo fuori di testa, ma diversi da loro, siamo fuori di testa, ma diversi da loro, no.
I know what's probably going through everyone's minds. He's got such a lovely, scratchy voice. So stick around to the end of the video where I'll take you through my technique deep dive into how you can release tension between using the effects. So while you're practicing the effects, take all the tension out and then you can go back to it. So it's really important when you're singing stuff like this. Yeah, go check it out. Effects are a funny one because if you have them naturally in your voice, can you create sounds without effects? And then can you turn it on again? And if you can do that, you don't need to really know how they're created. That's not the important bit. But the important part is, say you're someone who can sing with a lot of scratch like he can, and then you can't sing without it. Go and get yourself checked out by an ENT. Get them to give you the clean bill of health, and then you know that what you're doing is at least not damaging anything. Okay, let's keep watching.
Io ho scritto pagine e pagine, ho preso sale poi lacrime, questi uomini in macchine, non scalare le rapide, scritto sopra una lapide, in casa mia non c'è Dio, ma se trovi il senso del tempo risalirà dal tuo oblio, non c'è vento che fermi la naturale potenza, dal punto giusto di vista del vento senti l'ebbrezza, con la lincera alla schiena ricercherò quell'altezza, se puoi fermarmi di testa prova a tagliarmi la testa perché sono fuori di testa, ma diverso.
He's speaking so unbelievably fast. That's absolutely incredible. So important as singers that we make sure that we practice those tongue twisters, whether it's songs that are really, really fast or whether, you know, you say your Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, making sure that you're really clearly articulating when you're singing. Even though you can't see him like really working really hard with his voice, you can hear every single word that he's saying. Personally, I think even if you are really, really good with the articulation, it's important that you want to get your lyrics across, right? I don't know. What do you think? Do you feel like it's really important for you to be able to understand what's being said, or do you just not care? Is it just like a wave of sound? Let's keep watching. This is like a boom, ba-ding, ba-ding, boom, ba-ding, ba-ding. Love it.
Sono fuori di testa, ma diverso da loro, e tu sei fuori di testa, ma diverso da loro, siamo fuori di testa, ma diverso
Okay. This is an incredibly catchy song, but it's a good song. I have to say, I mean, it's quite muchy of a muchness, really, throughout the whole song. It's really thick vocal folds. You can see there it's kind of a mid-larynx position. And then when he's going up to the chorus, it's almost... well, it's pretty much the same thing as well. It's just that he's taken the larynx higher. It doesn't sound particularly sung. It sounds, well, rocky. That's like goes without saying. You're not hearing that particular sung sound of vibrato, clear tone, straight tone. There's not really any long held tones whatsoever. So it's quite speaky on pitch. So I'd say if you're going to go and try and sing this song, I would practice speaking it, get the rhythm down before you start putting it to the melody. And then what you're going to do is speak the lyrics in rhythm with the melody afterwards. It's really important that you get that rhythm down before you start working on the melody when you're learning songs like this, which just have so much text. It's almost like overwhelming. So good. Love it. How did I miss this song for so long? Like crazy. It's so good. You heard like a little bit of a scream there as well. I can't comment on the health of someone's voice when they're using effects, and I certainly can't say that's a healthy scream. You don't know unless you go to an ENT, you put a camera down your nose or inside the mouth and you have a look at what's going on with the vocal folds themselves. It's the only way to tell. Only way to tell. So if you're thinking that you've got some voice issues or you're not really sure, honestly, go get a checkup. Even if there's absolutely nothing wrong with me, I go once a year just for a bit of an MOT and have a look at the little pearly whites and see what they're up to and see how healthy they are. As I said, I'm not going to comment on whether this is healthy or not. I'm just going to say it sounds fucking cool. Well done on winning, Måneskin. That's absolutely freaking cool. Wow, cool, amazing. And that a rock band won it. That is just like even cooler. I have to go watch some more performances from Måneskin. And so onto our technique deep dive. We're going to be taking a look at how you can take out all of the tension when you are singing with any type of effects. And actually this works for any type of singing whatsoever. It's important when you're doing any type of high intensity singing. So I'm talking high in the range. Okay, that's like females high in the range, by the way. And males like way too high. Or if you're singing loud, or if you're singing for a long period of time, if you're singing particularly quiet and whispery for a long period of time, that can also be considered high intensity. Anything that's like outside of your comfort zone for a longer period of time. Now, the technique that I'm going to be talking about is slack vocal folds, which is there is actually no pitch in the sound, and it is the slowest that the vocal folds can vibrate. Every little pop that you're hearing is a movement of the vocal folds, and what we're doing there is it's not a relaxed sound, no, but because we're shortening the vocal folds, And you actually have to be very, very relaxed within the larynx in order to even create the sound. You are releasing tension and allowing the vocal folds to make better contact. And sometimes you're even taking out some mild inflammation there as well. But of course, you can always go to, don't look at how much salt is in my Fox tube. I put it in the dishwasher. Bad mistake, I have to say. Don't put them in the dishwasher because they get full of dishwashing detergent. But don't forget, you can also use your Fox tube as well if you're finding that the voice is just getting a little bit tired. Really, really good thing to do here. If you don't have one, who cares? You do a th as well. But today, there's like so many options. Today, we're going to be looking at the... It's super quick and easy. How do you create that sound? I want you to sigh down to your lowest note. Yeah. And you're just going to kind of let the vocal folds just chillax. You're not actually trying to force the sound out. So making sure that the chin's not going down, but that you're allowing everything. Just don't do. It's not a high-pitched sound. Or you can imagine yourself being a creaky door. Or you can be Mr. Burns. If that's not quite working for you, give yourself a couple of shoulder rolls. Lift your arms up. Give yourself a bit of a couple of sirens. And try it again. Just to be aware, though, that if you can't quite make that sound just at this point in time, don't worry. That could just mean that there's a little bit too much tension going on inside the throat. So, for example, if I'm doing a lot of belting, where I'm quite high in the range, I would find it relatively difficult to then go back to my slack vocal folds straight away like that. So I'll give it a couple of minutes and then I'll try it again. But it's also an excellent way for you to cool down the voice at the end of a training session. No, that's it. That's it. That was the technique deep dive. Thank you so much for joining me today, everyone. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for having me back. I missed you. I've been thinking the whole time, damn it. Get better so that you can get back to making watching some cool music. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and consider hitting that subscribe button because I bring out videos just like this one 3 times a week. If you're interested in singing lessons, I tell you, there's been like a lot of interest lately and thank you so much. I'm really looking forward to meeting some of you. Then check out the description below and how you can get in touch. I teach singing literally full time every single day, all day. What you see is what you get. This is exactly the same setup. My piano just comes here in front of my computer and a couple of people have said, oh my God, it's exactly like on your videos. Yeah, it literally is. This is my entire setup for online singing lessons. Get in touch. Don't be afraid. I'd love to hear from you. Have an awesome rest of your day. Ka kite anō.